That's ours.
It's ours?
I think we're supposed to be able to use that to talk to people we need to talk to, but I'll just leave it here. I'll put it on my hip. Unless it's for him next door. Well, I think we're just going to take your cues. Like, obviously, if there happens to be a storm and a storm delay, possibility, I think you're going to be impressed with how big it was.
Who's Kale waving at? Is Kale waving at you guys or me?
Dan? Yeah, Jordan Kim is leaving. For you, but it's not waving. I see Dennis down there.
Yeah, there's Dennis talking to Kale. Sorry.
Cool. More starters?
No. Starters.
Having fun? So we can probably lay them out even a little tighter than I did these over here, but I think that would be perfect if we can do that. And then we'll put our notes here in the middle.
He's taking our picture.
Oh, is he? That's fun.
There are an alarming number of children running around here in the blue team's clothes.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Or maybe it's just the same ones.
Yeah. All right, good luck. Have fun. Thank you. You too. Turn around. Do a flash.
But then you won't see anything outside.
I think it will. There's so much light.
Okay.
club circuit, Jordan's eclectic taste always ensures a unique musical journey. Let's give it up for Jordan Matthews.
Switch guard. I just went and checked to make sure it was on. So.
What happens to me?
Live stream of our game this afternoon here at Deeds Stadium. No?
Good afternoon, soccer fans.
This is Andrea.
Welcome to Dietz
Testing
Stadium
my
in
mic.
historic Kingston, New York, and to today's match between the New York Athletic Club and your Kingston Stockade FC. This is the third
Testing,
Stockade
testing.
FC home game of the 2016 NPSL season, following
Testing,
two
testing.
victories last weekend. And we'd like to give a special welcome
Testing the mic
to all of
here.
our veterans in the
We're all
stands
good.
today, particularly a special unit from the Patriot Project right here in Kingston.
I see
Ladies
Leander
and gentlemen in
Shalakins
our
here
armed
in the
forces,
stands, just
we salute you.
arriving at the Stockade FC game. Old friend of mine. This is Will Coons. I'm here with Andrea Kahn, my wife. Say hello, Andrea.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us today here at Deets Stadium.
And we can hear Pook, the percussion, how do they call it again?
Percussion Orchestra of Kingston. I'm very excited to see them today. I've heard a lot about them.
We will hear them more than we see them because of our vantage point here at the press box. But the teams and the referees are making their way out onto the field, as I'm sure you can see. And we're really excited. This is our first Stockade FC game, but we love watching soccer, and we appreciate you joining us, whether you're taking a break from your Memorial Day weekend or just enjoying some air conditioning. We hope you get to see a game here in person at Deets Stadium in downtown Kingston, because it's a pretty neat scene. First year for the club. This is just their fourth game, and we're getting ready to see the game against New York Athletic Club. Excuse me, uptown Kingston, not downtown Kingston. I've been corrected. My geography fails me.
As Will mentioned, this is our first Stockade FC game, and we hope you'll bear with us. If you have any information you'd like to share with us about the team or the scene down here in Kingston, please let us know on the YouTube comments.
That's right. We've already got a good friend here in Gregory Strong. He's streaming it onto his TV. And we invite you now to listen to the national anthems and the starting lineups for the two teams.
Please rise and remove your hats as we observe a moment of silence for all of our service members in the armed forces. And now for the national anthem. Maria Todaro is a world-renowned opera singer, born in France, who has sung on the finest international stages around the world and now calls the Catskills her home. Maria is the executive director of the Phoenicia International Festival of the Voice and is working with us here at Stockade FC to showcase the great singing talent available right here in the Hudson Valley. Ladies and gentlemen, Maria Todaro.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free in the home of the brave.
Okay, well there we have it, the national anthem, a beautiful one at that, from a local singer. And I'd like to run through the starting lineups now. I believe the announcer may do the same in a second, but starting in goal for our home club, Stockade FC, is Steve.
Please welcome the New York Athletic Club.
Of course, Jordan's going to do it
Their
now.
starting 11. Number 23, Daniel Alvarado. 20, Tyler Anderson. 8, Endry Berisha. 15, Peter Cisse. 22, Kevin Geraldo. Number 2, Jake Mann. Number 9, Richard Marchetti. Number 3, Michael Nastu. Number 5, Christopher Sutherland. Number 7, Javon Vance. And goalkeeper Jake Wagmeister. With head coach Brian Healy and assistant coaches Barkley McKinnon, Jake Mann, Joe Rusigan, and Cindy Spira. Now for your Kingston Stockade FC starting 11. Number 1, Steve Skonechny. Number 5, Tom Steigerwald. Number 17, Jamal Liss-Simmons. Number 20, Phil Barrett. Number 25, Juan Gaddy. Number 8, Matt Kozel. Number 10, Nick vonEgypt. Number 4, Dylan Williams. Number 24, Mattel Anasta. Number 7, Corey Phillips. And number 9, Michael Creswick. With head coach George Visvari, assistant coach Rory Becker, goalkeeper coach Chuck Wilder, and player personnel Dan and Nick Hoffe. Enjoy the match.
Okay, once again, these are your announcers for the YouTube live stream. Across from me is Andrea Kahn. I am Will Coons. We're delighted to be with you here this afternoon. It's a hot afternoon in uptown Kingston at Dietz Stadium. I would say it's probably 85, 88 degrees. I haven't checked recently, but it is plenty hot.
I wonder if that may affect the performance of these teams, as we know that New York Athletic Club is coming right after a game last night.
That's right. They played against Boston City FC last night in Boston. They managed to win that game 2-0. And they had also a midweek game that they dropped to the Brooklyn Italians 5-1. So they've got a lot of roster management to do here and could have some tired legs. Just waiting for the opening kickoff here. It looks like New York Athletic Club in white will kick off with our home Stockade FC in black with orange socks. They'll be attacking from right to left with New York Athletic Club defending the goal on your left.
Now we appear to have 2 balls at the midfield, which is an unusual way to start.
Yeah, it looks like a slight delay. Well, as we mentioned before, this is the 4th game of the season for Stockade FC. They are 2-1. That puts them right now with 5 points, 3rd place in the NPSL Atlantic Conference standings, with the top 2 teams at the end of the 12-game season going to the playoffs. So obviously we've got the Brooklyn Italians and New York Cosmos B ahead of us and trying to make up some points there in the standings today. And we're underway. New York Athletic Club takes the opening kick, and immediately there is a foul right off the bat. Number 7, Javon Vance, taking a little nudge there. Michael Nastu will put the ball back in play. Long ball upfield, headed out calmly.
Actually, Will, I think that stayed in because we're looking at football lines. Let's
That's
keep
true.
an eye on those blue and orange lines at the end there.
Yeah, the blue ones I think are the key here, and I don't know if the viewers can tell the difference, but we'll try to help you. Okay. There's a throw in. Michael Creswick flicking it on now. We've got Nick vonEgypt down the right side. He's in the box. He drops it back. Anasta trying to turn on it. Can't quite find the shot, and it looks like New York Athletic Club will get it out of there. But it's won back by Stockade. Creswick dropping in for Dylan Williams. Nice back heel attempt by Nick vonEgypt. Didn't quite pan out.
But very cheeky nonetheless.
Always cheeky with the back heels. Another turnover in the defensive half for New York Athletic Club. That doesn't bode well for them. And we'll have a throw in now for Stockade up the right flank. So, Andrea, who do we have to watch out for on New York Athletic Club?
Well, Richard Marchetti scored 2 goals last night in just 12 minutes of play. And because he was a substitute last night, he has fresher legs than some of his teammates. So he's very dangerous. We'll have to keep an eye on number 9, Richard Marchetti.
Yeah, you can see him running as a lone forward almost up top there. He does have Peter Cisse, a very tall pacey striker next to him. Oh, here's Michael Creswick. He's in. Down the left side, we got a goal for Stockade FC. Michael Creswick in the 3rd minute, getting things underway.
Looking very cool, calm, and collected there.
I didn't see who played that ball over the top to him, but it looked like a defensive error, really, in the end.
And I believe that means he has 2 goals for the regular season. Is that right, Will?
That's right. He's the leading scorer this season.
We're hoping to set some
Stockade
records
goal.
today, see some history made. This
Number
is a new
9.
team, lots of opportunities
Michael Creswick.
Yes, he's also the all-time leading scorer in Stockade.
here. In Stockade Club history, yes. I'm sure he's very excited about that.
Well, we've got a healthy crowd here, and they really enjoyed getting that early goal under their belts. Great to see on a Memorial Day weekend so many people coming out, especially on a hot day like this. A lot of umbrellas in the crowd. The through ball just goes a little too long, and we'll have a goal kick coming up for New York Athletic Club. Here's the long goal kick. It only gets about to midfield, and it's going to be won there by Dylan Williams. We had Corey Phillips trying to turn on it. He was fouled by Michael Nastu. I'm not sure he would have gotten back to that ball, but nonetheless, it'll be Stockade FC ball again in the offensive half. Matt Kozel will take the kick, it looks like. He scored a nice one on a free kick in the 2nd game of the season, that 3-0 win against Greater Lowell United. It'll be interesting to see. This is a little far out to shoot, but if he's got a cannon, he might want to take a shot and see if the goalkeeper can hang on to it or not. There's certainly plenty of distance to get the ball up and back down again, or around that 3-man wall. A lot of Stockade FC forwards lining up on the right side. He goes to goal, and it's headed en route by Javon Vance. It'll be a corner kick coming up for Stockade FC. I think that's a good choice there by Kozel, shooting from that distance. Even though it was a ways away, this goalkeeper has only faced 1 shot and let it in. So I think the more they put the ball on him early, the better.
Good to test him.
Here comes the corner. It's missed by 2 players and then headed out by Peter Cisse, but only so far. Here comes Stockade FC again. Headed into the area, but not really dangerously. Caught easily and distributed by Jake Wagmeister, the New York Athletic Club goalkeeper. Boy, Stockade FC early on here, just winning everything in the air. And on a turf field like this, the ball is going to be in the air a fair amount. So it's good that they've recognized that and are very aggressive.
We have a lot of tall players on this team. I think that could make a big difference.
Tom Segerwald looking for a gap there, and now looks like Stockade will circulate it around the back, give some space, some breathing room. There's Mattel Anasta on the left wing. Pushes it forward for Corey Phillips. Corey Phillips, a big body. He can really shield the ball off and bring others into the play. And he wins a throw in deep in the New York Athletic Club end. Anasta drops it back. Juan Gatti crosses it in. And again, New York Athletic Club not really clearing it all the way. Michael Creswick gets another shot deep in the area. He was nudged as he let it go, but I don't think the ref was going to give him a penalty for that one.
New York Athletic Club, though, is making a lot of errors here in their defense, and they could get in trouble with fouls in the box there.
Here's a throw in down the left side for New York. Peter Cisse chasing it down, and I believe they've called him for a foul, or it will just go for a goal kick. Referee wants to talk to him about tugging on the defender there. That was Tom Steigerwald doing a good job shielding the ball out.
It was a nice play up the side.
Yep.
In a dangerous position. Stockade looking to keep control here.
Anasta out on the left wing, loses it. And here's our boy Richard Marchetti trying to lead an attack. He leaves it out for Kevin Giraldo, but it looks like the captain, Jamal Liz Simmons, has it under control for Stockade FC. Long ball forward, won by Phillips, knocked back, but unfortunately, Michael Creswick was offside. Nice combination play there as they found their target man, Phillips, dropped it back to Anasta, and then all that has to happen is for Creswick to maybe watch his line there. New York struggling to get an attack going. They do have a little bit of possession now, unlike the first 10 minutes or so. Well, we're just now in the 10th minute. They're looking for Marchetti pretty much every time. And Stockade seems to know that. They peeled the ball right off of him both times. Wangati looking for the long ball over the top. Just eludes Michael Creswick, number 9.
Corey Phillips putting some pressure on the defense there. And he causes an error. They have the ball.
Oh, yeah. Corey Phillips now going down the line to Wangati, the fullback, overlapping. He drops it right in the middle, and there's a defender there to make the play. That was Tyler Anderson, very smart and calm on the ball, was able to pass it out of trouble. They go centrally now to Javon Vance. He's going long down the right flank, and he's got Jake Mann with some space. Cross comes in. No runners. No runners available. That's probably the best offensive thrust we've seen yet. Here we are 11 minutes in, and New York Athletic Club really hasn't had a sniff, much less a shot on goal.
No, we've done a great job keeping the possession and shutting down every offensive
Now we got a
attack.
turnover, though. Peter Cisse,
Oh,
he's in. I think that shot caught the outside of the post. It'll be a goal kick. And now we see that Peter Cisse has got a burst of speed, and something they got to watch out for. Little miscue there in the back from Stockade FC, but they were not punished. That'll be our first shot there for New York Athletic Club. Goal kick goes right to Daniel Alvarado of the opposition. He's dribbling up the gut. He's got room with Jake Mann on the right again. But Anasta is able to steal it and knock it forward. We've got another foul on Michael Creswick. And a quick restart there. Smart look there from Dylan Williams. And here comes Stockade. Creswick lays it outside for Nick vonEgypt. Nick vonEgypt with the cross. It's played away by New York. Michael Nastu able to make the play there. Throw into Creswick. Here comes the cross. It looks a little long at the back post. Corey Phillips is going to try to chase it down.
and he keeps it in.
He does. I thought he had earned a throw for Stockade, but the referee says it deflected off of Stockade last. So it'll be New York Athletic Club's throw. And we're already going to have a substitution, our first of the game. Number 21 coming on for New York Athletic Club. And coming out, I believe, is number 23, Daniel Alvarado.
Well, We talked about it. New York Athletic Club is probably going to be tired after the last couple days.
Yes, that's Justin Critchlow coming in. Sorry, it was number 20, Tyler Anderson, the center back, who seems to be just walking a little gingerly. He may have felt a tug of some sort, holding his lower back.
New York Athletic Club's substitution, Justin Critchlow on for Tyler Anderson.
Once again, if you're watching live on the YouTube stream, please feel free to comment to us. We will be checking here and there. So you can ask your questions. We'll try to answer them here on the air.
Or better yet, you can let us know what you guys think and maybe help give us some information about the team. I'm looking for a new favorite player on this team. I don't know these guys that well, and maybe you can let me know who your favorite players are, and I'll consider them.
And why? And why they're your favorite player.
I will give them consideration.
So that Andrea can make an informed decision.
Not necessarily an MVP for the match, but my favorite player.
Anasta with some great tracking back work, just stole the ball again and managed to keep possession to Dylan Williams. But unfortunately, couldn't keep it much longer than that. And New York is back on the ball.
Anasta's got some nice moves.
He does. Juan Gatti with another long ball out of the back, looking for Michael Creswick. Javon Vance takes over for New York, and they find Richard Marchetti. Marchetti looking for Jake Mance, or possibly Peter Cisse. Put the ball straight up the middle, not really angling it to either player, either teammate there. And it was taken easily by Stockade goalkeeper Steve, help me here, Skonechny?
Skonechny.
Skonechny. Well, you can see the heat, I think, already having effect on both these teams. From the first 10 or 15 minutes now, getting into the next third of the half, the pace is slowed down. There's a fair amount of lofting the ball forward, not really worrying about building an attack on the ground. But it's Peter Cisse.
Steve Skonechny with the punt, trying to get it upfield. And we've got a throw-in for Stockade.
We have a throw in Juan Gatti on the left side, throwing it in, gets it back, knocks it in for Creswick. Creswick trying to find some space. Kozel switches it out to the right to Tom Steigerwald, getting forward. His cross is blocked there and out for a throw-in. Steigerwald looks like he's got a long throw coming up. There it is. Nobody could get on the end of it for Stockade, unfortunately. Here comes Alvarado on the left flank for New York. He's found Cisse. Cisse switches it to man. Anasta gets back in time to slow the counter. Here's Vance. Looking over the top for Alvarado, who was offside, and the ball looked a little long anyway. So you have 5 more opportunities. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, you have 5 more opportunities to come see Stockade FC in person here in Kingston. The next one being Sunday, June 5th at 5 p.m. against Boston City FC. Again, that's next Sunday, June 5th against Boston City FC at 5 p.m. here at Dietz Stadium in Uptown Kingston.
This is a really terrific scene we've got before us. Well, I'm really impressed with the soccer community here in Kingston. They've really turned out. They're loud, they're drumming, they're cheering. It's very impressive. Way to go, guys.
Yeah, definitely, especially for a team that's really just 3 games into the season, this being their 4th game. Did not exist before 2016. I think it's probably a tribute to not only all the local players you have on the team. Most of these guys either grew up in the area or played for a college. Oh, we have a long shot. It's juggled a little bit by Steve Skasnechki, but in the end he had no problem with it. That was our danger man, Richard Marchetti, shooting from distance, and not a bad shot it was. As I was saying, most of the players either grew up in the area or played for one of the local colleges. And of course, head coach George Visvari, with his great history with Ulster County Community College, put together an astounding record there over 36 seasons. That's our head coach of Stockade FC. New York having trouble getting it out of the back. We saw a little bit of frustration there from Chris Sutherland as he threw his hand up in the air when his pass didn't go where he wanted it. Oh, we've got Anasta on the edge of the box, trying to turn. He's got 3 defenders on him now, and he wisely lays it back for Wangati, who's going to serve it in first time. The ball bounces, back post. Look who's there. Oh, my goodness. It's a save. An incredible save, really, by Jake Wagmeister, because Michael Creswick was in all by himself. The initial ball bounced in the penalty area. No New York defender was there. And Steigerwald managed to hit it right at the goalkeeper. But he, to his credit, had moved laterally to get in position.
That was a great build-up, Will, and I like to see how they're passing the ball.
Here goes a short corner to Wangati. He's got that great left foot, curls it in again. Oh, wow, big collision in the area. No foul called. Surely New York Athletic Club is going to be upset, but it's 2-0 Stockade FC.
New York Athletic Club is still protesting to the referee, saying that there was a foul on the goalkeeper. But that's a goal.
Just waiting for the call here. It was a scramble in front after the goalkeeper collided with Stockade FC captain Jamal Simmons. The ball was loose, and someone tucked it home. I'm thinking it was Matt Kozel, but we'll find out.
Stockade goal, number 9, second of the day, Michael Creswick.
I stand corrected. Michael Creswick with his second of the game and the first 2-goal game in Stockade FC history for one player.
For one player. And he remains the all-time leading scorer in club history.
With 3 goals now.
That's going to be a tougher record for his teammates to make, but
yes,
we'll see them try.
So yeah, Creswick gets them both there. Really a benefit of a lucky bounce off that cross from Gatti. Comes a ball headed in the area by Alvarado. It skips wide. Andrew, did you think maybe the referee should have called a foul there? What was your view of the play?
Well, Will, you know my vision's pretty terrible, but from my perspective, you got to protect your goalkeepers, and that was a pretty hard knock against him. I'm happy it was a goal, but it was a pretty tough play.
Yeah,
tough play
you usually see the ref blow the whistle in that scenario. I do think Jamal Simmons made a fair effort towards the ball, but whenever the goalkeeper gets jostled quite like that, the whistle usually blows. So, but hey, it's the benefit of the home team here, Stockade FC, who's now up 2-0. coming up on the 25-minute water break, which is a good thing. We will probably take one ourselves as well. Although I have to say, standing here in the booth is not nearly as hot as it is for the guys down on the field. Corey Phillips winning a scrap along the sideline, but it goes back to the New York goalkeeper, Jake Wagmeister. Puts it out to the right side for Nastu. Up to Kevin Giraldo. He finds Vance in the middle. Alvarado now controlling. And he goes long for Jake Mann. Jake Mann's got to hustle to get to this one. Andrea, did he get there?
No, he did not, Will. Made a good effort, though.
I can't always see the play that's off to my right here. I have to lean one way or the other. So apologies for that. I hope you at home have a better view. We got a foul on Stockade FC. On the right side, the ref's going to confer with his assistant referee now. Corey Phillips, the lone man standing in front of the kick. As New York loads up the left side of the penalty area here, looking for a far post header. Jake Mann set to put it in. There's the service, it's low, headed away by Jamala Simmons. And it's out for a throw-in. There's Mann down the right side. Cross comes in. It was a pretty good cross, but the runs weren't there, and it goes out the other side for Stockade FC throw. And there it is, the water break signal.
We'll be taking a quick water break in the 25th minute.
Probably for the best.
Play will resume shortly.
So pretty dominant first 25 minutes for Stockade FC. Really only a couple times were New York Athletic Club able to get a decent, legitimate shot on goal. One of them was Peter Cisse off a turnover, hit the outside of the post. But really, and the other one was from a long distance shot from Richard Marchetti. The rest of the time, it was really Stockade FC on the front foot, controlling the play, winning it back quickly, and creating a lot of chances.
Yeah, Stockade FC is looking pretty dominant, but Will, as we've talked about many times before, 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in soccer.
That's true. We talked about that, about the most dangerous lead in soccer being 2-0, not 3-0, not 1-0, not any other combination.
2-0.
2-0.
So we got to keep an eye on them. And of course, everybody's tired, everybody's hot, and we're playing on some hot turf, so the ball may take a funny bounce.
That's true.
So Stockade FC needs to stay vigilant and keep trying to score more.
Well, as we wrap up this break, I think it's a good time to thank the corporate partners of Stockade FC, Dragon Search, Foursquare, Trailways, Radio Woodstock 100.1, Great New Rock, Bread Alone Bakery, and Swarm, the app that allows you to turn every day into a game. Tell your friends. Get them to tune in. Seriously, the whole weekend. Better than watching some low.
Well, as we said before, I'm Andrea Kahn, and I'm announcing here today with my husband, Will Coons, and we are friends of the team.
We are friends of the team, and we're friends of soccer in the United States generally. We think this is a great thing that's happening here in the Hudson Valley. This is a team made up of Hudson Valley players and coaching staff, and you can see that the community is really responding to it. So really fun event, and we see Red Bull jerseys, we see New York City FC jerseys, I see Barcelona, Messi, Bayern Munich. It's definitely a soccer hotbed here. Lots of people who follow the World's game and now are able to see it right here in their backyard. Okay, we're back in play here as New York Athletic Club try to get something going. Richard Marchetti dropping it back now. New York Athletic Club swinging it around the back. Michael Nastu on the ball. He's going to look long for Peter Cisse. But really well won there by Tom Steigerwald. Attacking now is Chris Sutherland coming up the left side, looking for a pass. He finds Javon Vance in the middle. Back to Sutherland. Now in Andre Berisha, number 8. Oh, we've got a New York Athletic Club player holding his face. I believe he may have been caught by a high boot. That's Chris Sutherland. Ref's going to go make sure he's all right. It's the right move by the referee to blow the whistle as soon as he suspects anything resembling a head injury. But it does seem like Sutherland's going to be all right. Other than wondering why there wasn't a foul. It's the usual reaction when you think you got kicked in the face.
Yeah, we don't know much about NPSL concussion protocols, but if you do and you're watching on the YouTube stream, please let us know in the comments.
So the next game for Stockade FC is actually on the road. They're going to play at the Rhode Island Reds on Friday, June 3rd at Brown University in Providence. That might be a fun one to make a road trip for, although it is a Friday afternoon, so maybe that's going to be tough for people. If you can't make that, Sunday, June 5th, here again at Dietz Stadium in Uptown Kingston, Stockade FC will take on Boston City FC at 7 p.m. We hope you can make it out. Here's Marchetti now. Swung it out the man. Man's shot was blocked by Wangati. Anastasi clears it forward. We're in about 29 minutes through the first half, with Stockade FC in control 2-0. And really, I think what I've seen here, Andrea, since the break is a little bit of a tactical shift from our home side. It looks like George Visvari may have instructed them to sit back a little bit and absorb some pressure, maybe save some energy.
They're definitely a lot less spread out right now.
They're less spread out. They're more compact. Here's a through ball. Michael Creswick trying to chase it down. He's going to get called for the foul there. As Justin Critchlow, the guy who came on as a substitute at center back, did a good job tracking that down. Good speed. What? Now there's a turnover. Here comes Matt Kozel. Dropping it off of Corey Phillips. He's going to look for a shot. Trying to line up the right foot. Can't quite get around it. He cuts it back. Here's Creswick in the box. And it's a save by Jake Wagmeister. Very nice combination there by Stockade FC, taking advantage of the turnover.
I almost think he had too much time in the box there to decide what he was going to do, and finally just kicked it to the goalie.
No, I think that's what we're seeing, though. We're seeing a little bit more of an opportunistic side. In the first 10 or 15 minutes, they just were putting all the pressure on. They weren't letting New York Athletic Club really have the ball at all in any part of the field. It looks as though they may be starting to sit back a little bit. We've got a good-looking through ball, but it's called back offside. Looking for Nick vonEgypt on the right side.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was offside, but I'm sure these football lines helped the ref with that decision.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you, watching this game in the middle of a nice red track with the football lines, it really takes me back to when I was a kid watching the Columbus Crew play in Ohio Stadium. It looked a lot like this.
The horseshoe, right?
The horseshoe, yes.
Yep. Yeah, we've
come a long way since then as a soccer country.
As a soccer country, right? And I think someday we'll see Stockade FC maybe playing on its own home field. But Dietz Stadium is a great place now with this beautiful grandstand. Great view. Obviously, it's very convenient for a lot of people from the Hudson Valley to get to. Wangati throws the ball down. Mattel Anasta flicks it on. It's cleared away by New York. Matt Kozel collects it, drops it back for Jamal Simmons. Number 17, the captain, puts it out to Tom Steigerwald. His pass up the side. Goes out for a throw-in for New York Athletic Club. Through ball can't be controlled there by Richard Marchetti. And Steve, oh boy, Steve Skonechny.
We're sorry, Steve.
Sorry, Steve.
We're really trying.
We're trying not to get it wrong. Skonechny punts it forward now. Creswick looking for it. And now Corey Phillips also looking for it. He's rushed the defense into giving up a throw-in.
Well, we hope you're enjoying this live stream. Shout out to Mike Milberger. Thanks for watching.
Oh, almost a bad turnover there by Wangati. He apologizes for it, but fortunately for Stockade, Peter Cisse wasn't able to control it and head upfield. I'm really digging the drum corps, the percussion group there. Yes, the Percussion Orchestra of Kingston, also known as POOK. It is like an onomatopoeia. POOK is a percussion sound.
That's right, Will. Yeah, they're terrific.
It's always been my goal to say onomatopoeia on live internet, I think.
Well, you can cross that one off the bucket list. I've always wanted to see the Percussion Orchestra of Kingston play at a Stockade FC game, so.
Always meaning like in the last 2 months.
That's right.
since it became a thing.
But it is very much a thing now.
Yep. Corey Phillips gets flagged for that foul there on Daniel Alvarado. Swings it out to Kevin Giraldo, back to Alvarado. Now they're coming up the middle. Alvarado trying to slide it through. He's got man. Man misplays it. He wanted to go back to Alvarado on the right flank, and instead it rolls harmlessly to Steve Skichnecki. I think another thing to watch here late in the half and in the second half is going to be players' ability to control their emotions, because New York Athletic Club is going to get frustrated trailing 2-0, and the Heat just in general has a way of baking the brain, and we'll have to see if the players can keep their composure even after fouls and things like that.
Not only that, even if they keep their cool mentally, their bodies are just going to be a little more out of control towards the end.
Definitely. Heavy legs. Juan Gatti putting a left-footed service in. Javon Vance clearing it out. It looks like the counter may be on here for New York Athletic Club. Comes out to Jake Mann. He's got the overlapping run from Marchetti on the right. Slides it through for Alvarado. He's going to get a shot. It's handled easily by Steve Skichnecki.
That was a great save from Skichnecki.
Everybody say it with us at home. Skichnecki. Skichnecki.
Our commenters on
Waving
YouTube
to our friend Greg Lallis, who's in the stand.
Are pointing out that our keeper really needs a nickname. Perhaps y'all can help us come up with one by the end of this game.
Yes. Greg Lallis, editor-in-chief of MLSsoccer.com, enjoying the game here, along with longtime soccer writer Leander Charlakins. Here's a nice movement by Stockade. Anasta putting it up for Creswick. He chips it over, looking for Anasta again. Now it's played into the center by New York Athletic Club, and fanning on the clearance was Marchetti.
Still
Creswick,
bouncing around.
Creswick brings it down, and then it's cleared pretty aggressively there by Kevin Giraldo, and he is fouled. Referee saying that Creswick went in with his studs exposed, which is why he blew the whistle. And here it's nearly sold out. Plus we've got another maybe 100 fans in the shade down on the right end here. This might be the biggest crowd yet. We'll find out a little bit later. 850 people, 852 for the home opener on May 21st, 854, a very similar size crowd the next day. So again, that says a lot about the size of the interest in the community here, to have 850 people on back-to-back days. And then I think we have at least that many here today, just eyeballing it.
There's a ton of people here on a very hot day. This community has really embraced this team. It's pretty great.
Phillips, he takes the plancha, as they say in Spanish, from number 3, Michael Nastu, and it'll be Stockade FC ball right about the 40-yard line.
Well, I don't know if you saw, but Corey Phillips got stepped on there and was hopping a little bit after that.
Yeah, this sting, anytime you get the bottom of somebody else's boot as you're trying to kick the ball. Juan Gatti serving in a very nice looking long ball. It's headed out of danger, but for a corner kick by Chris Sutherland. I think it's about time for that third Stockade goal. What do you think?
I think so, Will. I think that would be great.
Great.
Really put the dagger in.
Long corner kick, looking to the back post. Here's Phillips heading it back across the face of goal. Anasta got there. The flag went up. I'm not sure if it was an offside or a foul, but that was a real nice corner kick play because Corey Phillips was all by himself beyond the far post. He headed it back into the middle, and Anasta got way up. He wasn't able to get over the ball and head it down, but clearly that's a dangerous corner kick play.
I couldn't tell if that hit the crossbar or the field goal.
Yeah, I think it went high of the soccer goal, and it may have hit the football upright behind it. But again, the flag went up, so I don't think it would have counted. Number 25, Juan Gatti, is going to take the throw here on the left side. The 40th minute. Dylan Williams not able to control it. Kevin Giraldo putting it back in play for New York Athletic Club. Ooh. Ball played back by Nick vonEgypt, stolen, and here comes Peter Cisse down the left side. He's going to try to go with speed. But rushing off his line is Steve, everybody now, Skonechny. Steve Skonechny with a big save.
Sliding on that turf, though, that burns.
It does. Good brave play by the goalkeeper there. Here, Coach Visvari urging his team on here in the last 5 minutes of the half to pick up the pace. I think he wants to maybe get free of this most dangerous lead in soccer, the 2-0 lead. Nice control there by Marchetti.
Very dangerous player.
He's caught by Anasta, but it'll be New York Athletic Club throw at midfield. Andrea, any early favorites or candidates to be your favorite player for Stockade FC?
I mean, obviously, I'm always going to like goal scorers. So Creswick has a healthy lead in my affections at the moment. But I also like heroics. So Skonechny, you know, he's doing good things, making the saves. If he can hold on to that shutout, he might be my favorite player.
Yeah, he's been very steady back there. I know there hasn't been a lot of pressure, but there's been a few times where, if not for him, the lead would be halved.
All right, Gregory Stone at home is trying to help us out.
Skonechny. Long ball looking for vonEgypt, just a little too far on the right side. Well, there's 3 minutes left here in the first half. Stockade FC looking for its third win of the season and its third win here at home. I'll have you all know that Andrea and I are not superstitious. So we don't believe in, you know, sort of,
jinxing a team
jinxing
by
a team.
talking about a lead or...
Yes, or any such thing. We believe that the team makes its own luck. Players make the luck. And here comes Dylan Williams with a great shot. Good right-footed shot. It's parried away by Jake Wagmeister. About 20 yards out. Dylan cut that ball back to his right foot. Got good pace on the shot. And it'll be a Stockade FC corner kick coming up with Matt Kozel on the ball. Here comes Alvarado working against Gatti. Gatti called for the foul. Yeah, he's confused, and so am I. Quick restart by Alvarado. He's found Marchetti, whose ball does not make it through. Now Sullivan up the left side. Sutherland, excuse me. Andre Barisha looking through. And Phil Barrett heads it away. Gatti with a big clearance. And Stockade is content to regroup. Again, I think some really smart tactics here by the home side. Getting those 2 goals early before the fatigue and the heat really set in puts them in the driver's seat here. Wow. We've got a little tug of war going on there between Michael Anasta and Corey Phillips. The ref said it was going both ways, so he didn't call a foul on either team.
I think the crowd thought that was a foul.
Barrett clears it up and out of danger. Really can't say enough about the back line for Stockade FC today, because every New York Athletic Club attack has been, just about all of them have been snuffed out before they get within shooting range. Here comes another counter attempt. Cisse will put it out wide left for Sutherland. Sutherland will cut it in on his right foot. And just as he tries to find Marchetti, intervention there by Stockade FC, and now Montel Anasta has it on the left.
Well, I agree. The defense is very organized today.
Kozel switching it all the way over to Nick vonEgypt on the right side, saving it before it goes out. No.
The defense is keeping a very high line and setting a good offside trap. I know Cisse is trying to stay high, but can't quite get behind the defense with the ball.
I hope those of you at home are enjoying a nice cold beverage and some air conditioning. And I hope here, everyone, as we get to halftime, with Stockade FC up 2-0, really in control of the match at halftime. We'll see what happens in the second half over New York Athletic Club.
Stockade 2, New York
We'll join you
Athletic
again
Club
just after halftime.
0.
Please stay with us here on the YouTube live stream. Please feel free to tweet it out, the YouTube link. We'd love to have more people watching and listening. I'm Will Coons with my lovely wife, Andrea Kahn. We'll talk to you again in a few.
That's halftime. Please remember to stay hydrated, maybe spend a few minutes in the shade. During halftime, we've got youth teams from Kingston Wild U10 girls and Kingston Arsenal U10 boys facing off in several small-sided games. If you enjoyed our national anthem singer, Maria Todaro, please learn more about the Phoenicia International Festival of the Voice, now in its 6th year, at www.phoeniciavoicefest.org. That's phoeniciavoicefest.org.
For Stockade FC really stretches all across the tri-state area.
And we're just going to take a moment to thank our very
generous states. What are the 3 states in it?
Whichever 3 you prefer.
Because we're going to include Connecticut in there on this one.
Here we have with us Greg Lallis, longtime editor-in-chief of MLSsoccer.com. Now, what do you call yourself? You're like...
They call me. I don't really call myself.
Head of content?
I'm still not sure what to call myself, to be honest.
Head of content.
But
so what do you think of the game so far?
2-0.
That's what you think?
That's what I think. I didn't get here quite on time. It was already 2-0, so that's what I think. It's
well,
2-0.
For those viewers, yeah.
I mean, you're going to do it. It's like better to be 2-0 than 0-2.
Yes,
so,
yes.
How's your first game going?
Our first game is going great. This is the first game not only that I've attended of Stockade FC, but also my first time announcing a game as the play-by-play man. So,
but you have done color.
I have done color, yes, for college soccer games in the past, and I'm trying to think.
Play-by-play is hard.
The play-by-play is really hard.
You got to keep talking.
No, not necessarily.
And set up your partner to be a genius.
Well, my partner's already a genius, but I have to remember.
See, I set you up for that. That was good play-by-play work right there.
Very good, very good. So what we saw, for those viewers who maybe are joining late, and for Greg here, New York Athletic Club was coming off a game last night in Boston, and I think that you know.
And from what I understand, a pretty physical game. There were a lot of red cards in that game, actually. So.
Oh, wow. See, I saw that they won the match, which I was surprised at, given that they had a midweek game that they lost to the Brooklyn Italians. I think that has to be a great result for them to get up to Boston and get the win. That was a 6 p.m. start, and then they have to turn around and play again today at 2 o'clock in this heat.
Yeah, not easy.
You're a former professional player. You played in college. Can you talk a little bit about what that's like to have to play games on back-to-back days?
It's not easy. You do everything you can to get your rest immediately. So if they played at 6 o'clock, they're done by 8. They're either getting into a hotel there or they're coming here as soon as possible. And the main thing is just hydration. If they are just hydrating as much as possible and getting as many of the vitamins back into their bodies as they can, and then get their feet up, because basically they want to get the stuff that builds up in their legs out of their legs.
Yep. The lactic acid. At least 4 of the starters for New York Athletic Club played 90 minutes last night. So, and there were others who came in as a sub. I mentioned Richard Marchetti, who scored 2 goals for them, despite only playing 12 minutes.
Well, I know that, if I remember correctly, if my information is correct, Tyler Anderson was supposed to be with them, and he got hurt and was unable to make the trip in the end and play.
Well, Tyler Anderson did start, actually.
He did?
Yes, he did start, but he came out. I don't have the minute, but it was pretty early on. I would say it was probably in the 7th or 8th minute that Justin Critchlow came on.
Yeah, because he hurt his back last night. So
that's exactly what we saw.
Research to get ready for this game.
That you did more research than I did. I didn't get quite that amount of detail on the New York Athletic Club game. But anyway, so the goals that we saw.
Yeah, tell me about the goals.
The first one I believe was a ball over the top that New York Athletic Club defender misplayed, and Creswick was chasing it down right from the start. What we saw was a lot of pressure on the ball from Stockade. They were creating a lot of turnovers in the offensive half, and Creswick pounced on one of those, got in one-on-one, slotted it near side on the goalkeeper from close range. And then the second goal, there was a short corner played it back to Juan Gotti here on the left side. He crossed it in. Jamal Liz Simmons went up real high with the goalkeeper. They collided, and when the ball bounced in the 6-yard box, Creswick was the first one there to bang it home.
It's a good strategy. The collision strategy is one that not many coaches really prepare for, but it sounds like George got that in the works a long time ago.
Look, I'm not saying whether or not for sure it was a foul, because I do think it was one of those that I would prefer not to see called as much. But when you watch soccer and you see the goalkeeper take a tumble, almost always the whistle goes in the goalkeeper's favor.
It's true. And look, there's an understandable reason for that. They are a little bit more vulnerable when they are, say, going up for a high ball or something. They've got their arms straight up, unlike a forward who can maybe use their arms for leverage or self-protection, and usually that arm that's used for self-protection by the forward is showing up in the solar plexus of the goalkeeper. So you can understand why the goalkeeper gets that call. If the forward doesn't put that arm up, though, I think that he or she has every right to go up and challenge the goalkeeper, and just because there's contact with the goalkeeper doesn't mean it's a foul.
True. I agree. Moving on to Major League Soccer quickly.
Sure.
Can you tell me a little bit about the results from this weekend so far? Anything stand out to you?
4-3 Columbus over Salt Lake, I believe it was, right? So, I mean, amazing, good result there. But I think the real word is hat tricks. Bradley Wright Phillips for the New York Red Bulls got a hat trick in their victory, their 3rd win in a row.
New York is red.
New York is red for some people. There are some members, I believe, of the Stockade FC's coaching staff who would argue with that New York is red statement that you just made there. But I think that's interesting. And then Kamara for Columbus getting a hat trick in the first goals he's scored in his career, and getting a hat trick for them is pretty impressive. So.
Yeah, it's got to be good when you can replace one Kamara with another and get a hat trick out of him.
Not bad. There are a lot of Kamaras around MLS right now.
There are.
You've noticed that.
There are. Not just Kai Kamara, who is now with the New England Revolution. But so this Stockade FC in the NPSL Atlantic Conference, can you explain sort of how that ladders up eventually to MLS?
Sure. So, the way the NPSL is I guess you'd call it the 4th division within the pyramid of soccer in the United States and Canada. Right above that is USL, and then above that is NASL, and finally MLS. And there are players that are coming through these teams. A lot of the NPSL teams have very young players, whether they are collegiate players in the summer looking to make sure they get games and as much as they can. And then eventually, the hope, as I see it, is that players who might play in the NASL have a good run there. They can show that within a semi-professional environment for a lot of them, where they're training on a regular basis, they're playing in front of crowds, that kind of thing, where there's a little bit of pressure. You know, there's a sponsor involved. When there's a sponsor on your jersey that is not, you know, Wake Forest or Indiana or something, when there's an actual sponsor who's put some money behind it, there's pressure that comes with that. If these players can get used to that, it makes it that much easier when they start making the jump up in the ranks. So eventually when they get to MLS or the NASL or something like that, they feel comfortable out there to perform week in, week out, and show the consistency and the quality.
Yeah, that's really a really good point, that this helps in the developmental path for a lot of players. The NPSL, besides providing a great opportunity for live soccer to all these people here in the Hudson Valley.
Exactly.
And
there's a good crowd here. I mean, it's, you know, it's incredible when you think about this team just started.
It doesn't generate heat, but it does absorb the sun's rays in a different way. And I remember shoe after
call as a pair?
Well,
how's the chemistry? Because chemistry is important.
The chemistry is off the charts.
Off the charts. Good. Okay.
Chemistry is very important, especially when you're a husband and wife team. So
yes.
if the chemistry goes wrong on the air, yes, you can imagine it could be bad for me at home. But
what's your goal call? I really wish I'd been able to hear that. I will go back and listen to it, and of course analyze the game for the players as much as I can. What was your goal call?
Yeah, I think it was just a long goal.
Did you do a long goal? That's pretty good.
Long-ish, not like
Long-ish.
Andres Cantor or anything.
Okay.
But yeah, long-ish, I think, for the first one especially. But
okay, well,
I could probably step it up.
Well, hopefully, I'm going to take my leave and leave it on this by saying, hopefully, you will get to practice it a few more times in the second half, and hopefully for Stockade FC.
Yes, that's what we all hope. Well, Greg Lawless from MLSsoccer.com, we want to thank you very much for joining us here as our halftime guest.
Thanks for having me.
Stream.
Good luck in the second half, guys.
All right, take care. We had Okay. Hello, everyone watching on YouTube, the live stream of Stockade FC versus New York Athletic Club. We're coming out of halftime here. I am Will Coons, your play-by-play announcer.
I am Andrea Kahn, the color.
She is the color, and I want to just say here that it's been great that we were invited to come up here by the chairman of Stockade FC, Dennis Crowley. Really appreciate the opportunity to see what's happening here in the Hudson Valley. The soccer community just really with an impressive showing. We're going to get an official attendance number now, but if you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to predict the attendance. You will win our affection, if nothing more, if you happen to accurately predict the attendance. 843. Okay. We'll give it a couple seconds here. I've just learned the number. So hey, Gerard McLean guesses 912. That's a great guess. And if it's our only guess, then he's going to win our affection.
Bragging rights. Oh, we've got Gregory Strong.
Gregory Strong guessing 867. That's a good guess from Gregory Strong. All right, so here it is. And the Pook is giving us the drum roll, of course. The official attendance is 845. So very similar to the first two home games. The grandstand is just about full. But I wouldn't say it's standing room only, because down and around the field, there are plenty of places to sit. So keep in mind, if you come here for the next home game on June 5th, that's a Sunday at 5 p.m. against Boston City FC, get here early so you can get a good seat. They've just announced the attendance here, and that's elicited a nice applause from the fans. I always love that one. Yay, us, for attending.
This crowd deserves a round of applause from themselves. It is hot, and they are active and drumming and cheering.
Yep. And interestingly enough, our Stockade FC are out there ready for the second half kickoff, well ahead of New York Athletic Club. They look ready to build on this 2-0 lead they have here at halftime. Again, Michael Creswick scored both the goals in the first half. Once again, the attendance today was 845 people. Yes, Gerard McLean says we got to shoot for over 900. I agree. I actually think that for that June 5th game, a Sunday at 5 p.m., I would think we could get to 1,000 people here at Dietz Stadium in Uptown Kingston. So if you're watching at home on YouTube and you've got friends, please start making plans now. June 5th, Sunday, 5 p.m. here at Dietz Stadium.
And again, Stockade FC is wearing black, which absorbs the heat of the sun.
We're underway. Matt Kozel chips it forward into the offensive half. And it's cleared out strongly by Kevin Giraldo. We're going to keep an eye out here to see if there are any changes were made at halftime. We may have to just look and see. Looks to me like the same lineup that started the game. I'll run through the Stockade FC lineup for you. In goal is Steve Skonechny. Steve Skonechny, my favorite on the team. Left back is Juan Gotti. Center backs are Phil Barrett and Jamal Liss-Simmons. On the right back is Tom Steigerwald. Left midfield, Mattel Anasta. Holding midfield is Matt Kozel. Right midfield, Nick vonEgypt, number 10. The attacking midfield is number 4, Dylan Williams. And up top, striking for Stockade FC are number 7, Corey Phillips, and number 9, Michael Creswick. And here comes Mattel Anasta, putting it in the center for Williams. Looking at the counter, attacking at speed. Anasta cuts it back now for Gotti. Into Williams. He's able to turn. He's dribbling at the defense. It's poked away. Stockade regains possession. Dylan Williams looking through for Anasta. It's just a little too strong there. I think Williams, maybe wanted to put a little backspin on it to slow it down. It is a difficult thing to do, to hit a through ball on the turf and have it have the pace of it slow down and in the run of your teammate. Takes a lot of skill. Jake Mann now switching it to the right side. Similar thing. gets ahead of Alvarado on the right side for New York Athletic Club. New York Athletic Club is 1-3 coming in, with their only win coming last night. Again, a 6 p.m. game for them at Boston. And then they had to make the 3.5-hour drive over here to Kingston for today's 2 p.m. start. So really the unforgiving schedule for New York Athletic Club today. And you know, our Stockade FC will have some of those double dates as well. As you remember last weekend here at home, 2 games in a row. They were able to win both, but again, it's a toll on the players. Gotti steps in and intercepts a pass, finds Phillips. Corey Phillips tried to flick it to himself. Couldn't get back to it in time.
I like that idea, though, Will. Trying to be creative. Didn't have much help up there, so trying to do it by himself.
So it looks like we did have a substitution for New York Athletic Club at halftime. Number 16, Stefan Gualano, number 16, came on and replaced Andriy Berisha, number 8.
Well, I hope Percussion Orchestra of Kingston got hydrated at halftime. They sound terrific again. Keeping the rhythm for this game.
Yeah, what a great group.
I see what looks like a 9-year-old girl in a Messi jersey playing a drum. I think she's my hero.
Oh, we've got Nick vonEgypt down on the right side. Dylan Williams will play it out so that his teammate can get some attention from the medical staff. I didn't really see what happened there to vonEgypt, but he seems to be all right. He's back up on his feet. It'll be a throw here for New York Athletic Club. With Sutherland looking for Vance. Kozel deals with it quite well, knocking it back for Liz Simmons and across to Phil Barrett at the back. Now Kozel, the holding midfielder, who's been just really, really calm, cool, and collected all day long, winning balls, giving it to his teammates on the ground. I think Matt Kozel has been a unsung hero of this game, in my opinion.
Well, let's sing that song, Will.
Number 7, Corey Phillips, earning a throw for Stockade FC up the left flank. Juan Gotti has the ball now. Drops it back to Kozel. Flicked into Anasta. Tight spaces here for Anasta. And Vance is fouled. New York Athletic Club will have the ball.
I really like watching Anasta play. He has a lot of style, a lot of flash, a lot of spin moves. Sometimes he tries to do a little too much.
Yeah, what I've noticed with Mattel Anasta is that he can sometimes be caught sleeping a little bit defensively, but once he's around the ball, he's very, very good. I mean, there's very few one-on-one battles that he loses, whether he's trying to win the ball or keep it away. And I think just positionally, he has to be careful. Here's the captain, Jamal Liz Simmons. Helped set up that second goal by out-leaping the New York Athletic Club goalkeeper. Here's Kozel at midfield. Looks to me like New York Athletic Club now are the ones playing a little bit of possum. no players on the visitors' side are in the offensive half here. They need a goal, and yet they're bunkered in very disciplined lines. Again, this could be, the thinking here could be that Stockade FC, forcing Stockade FC to move the ball and work, and then try to counter into the space behind.
They could also just be tired.
That's very true.
I see a lot of walking out there, Will. But yes, the counterattack strategy is a good combination with the tired legs.
Here's the long ball from Kozel. He gets it through to Wangari. He gets around the left side. Ooh, and he's stuffed there by Michael Nastu, who also earns the goal kick. But what a neat run from Gotti, the left back, overlapping. And now they just had to tell Anasta to get back there and cover for him. Goal kick here, though, for New York Athletic Club. We're in the 54th minute here with the home side Stockade FC up 2-0 on a pair of goals by Michael Creswick, the all-time leading scorer in club history with 3 to his name in league play.
Yeah, it sounds like he may have scored a goal in preseason. That's our understanding.
That's our understanding, yes. Here's Phillips holding off Nastu, earning a foul. Steigerwald stepping up to it, as well as Kozel. Steigerwald's on. Nope. Good recognition there by Jake Mann. Looks like Kozel will serve it in. Creswick heads it up in the air, straight up. Williams now heads it down for Anasta, trying to turn and shoot. It's blocked. Vance is able to clear. And here come New York Athletic Club. Can they counter? Nope, ball goes under Alvarado's foot, and that ends the counterattack. So our halftime guest, Greg Lawless, told us that there were a number of red cards in the game last night between New York Athletic Club and Boston City FC. I wonder if that means there are players that would be starting for New York Athletic Club that are unavailable today due to suspension. Unfortunately, I don't have the names of any of those. We do have a substitute coming on now for New York Athletic Club and for our home side, both number 19. So for Stockade FC, it'll be Patrick Alvarez coming on. And for New York Athletic Club, it'll be Kevin Davis. We'll see who they will replace here in a minute. Also getting set to come on for New York Athletic Club is Robert Cabrera, number 10. We have Marchetti out on the right flank now, trying to dribble his way out of trouble. Gotti thought he had hit it off of him. We're going to let the substitutes come in. So
Stockade
Dylan
substitution.
Williams, number 4, the attacking midfielder.
Number 19,
Stockade FC is
Patrick
come
Alvarez.
off to a nice applause.
Coming on for
Great
number
work
4,
rate by Dylan
Williams.
He's replaced by number 19, Patrick Alvarez for the home side.
New York Athletic Club substitutions.
And then it looks like Michael
Kevin
Cisse
Davis and Robert
Kevin
Cabrera
Giraldo are the
on
two players coming out for New York.
Peter
Athletic Club.
Cisse and Kevin Giraldo.
Peter Cisse.
Sorry, Peter Cisse, thank you. And there's Cabrera, the player just on now for New York Athletic Club. Cabrera, number 10. on the edge of the box, switches it over to Sutherland. Sutherland's cross is in. Cabrera flicks it on. Marchetti is there to keep it in bounds. Here comes another cross into the box. Headed away by Tom Steigerwald. Nice play by Tom there. Get it out to Kozel. Phillips will hold it up. Chips it inside back to Kozel. Kozel into Alvarez. Alvarez getting the ball stuck in his feet. He was a little bit fortunate to earn the foul there on Vance. Jamal Simmons with the long ball forward. Looks like it's going to go right to the keeper. Good hustle there from Patrick Alvarez to try to get underneath that long ball. So it looks like with that substitution, Alvarez is going to play underneath the two forwards. In a very similar role that Tyler Williams had played before.
Stockade substitution. Number 12, David Giddings, coming on for Stephen Skonechny.
Huge applause for Steve Skonechny. More shutout minutes for him. That was 58 shutout minutes for Steve Skonechny, as he's replaced by Dave Giddings, the number 2 goalkeeper for Stockade FC. Here's Cabrera now, switching the point of attack, looking for Marchetti. Marchetti's fouled hard by Patrick Alvarez. Referee's going to talk to him, and it looks like Patrick Alvarez will receive a caution there. Probably as much for that being tactical as it being reckless. What did you think?
I really didn't see it at all, Will. There was a brick wall just in that field of vision. So.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it just looked like a dangerous counterattack. Cabrera put it in the center for Marchetti, and Marchetti dribbled past Alvarez on his first touch, and Alvarez really just didn't slow his momentum at all and clattered into Marchetti. Now Cabrera is going to line this up. It's a good 35 yards out, but it does look like he intends to shoot. There's not a lot of target players in there for New York Athletic Club.
There is a good wall, though.
And Cabrera sends it well high of the goal.
That looked like a field goal to me. I think it was good.
Not a bad strategy. If you need 3 goals, going for the field goal, always a good idea. Here's Dave Giddings, getting set to take his first goal kick of the game. He gets it all the way past midfield, and again, Kozel is the one who wins it. Anasta tries to find Alvarez. He does. Alvarez back to Gaddy. Gaddy chipping it forward for Phillips. Goes over his head. Here's Creswick. Try to knock it inside. His second attempt goes right to the goalkeeper. His first attempt hit a defender in front. There were some calls for handball, but I don't think it was one. Gotti wins the header at midfield. Alvarez brings it down. Anasta with a nice turn. Slide tackle there by Stefan Golano.
I would really love to see another Creswick goal. It would be very exciting to see the first hat trick in team history.
That's true. That's true. I think he's got a shot to do it. I mean, I think, as we've seen, New York Athletic Club is struggling in this heat, playing their second game in less than 24 hours. And Creswick has been on his game.
He's keeping the pressure on. I'm holding out hope for that hat trick. And again, we are not superstitious, so.
Here comes a long throw for New York Athletic Club. It's flicked to the back post. Javon Vance goes for the bicycle kick, but came nowhere near the ball. Steigerwald clears it up, only as far as Alvarado. Sutherland now drops it back to Kevin Davis. Kevin Davis swinging it over to Michael Nastu, looking long. Here's Marchetti, but again, that ball just skips away. Getting set to take the punt here. Comes off the side of his right foot.
Goes straight up.
Yeah, not very far. A lot of spin on it.
I don't think he meant to do that.
Jamal Lisson is chasing. Alvarado's able to turn. Here's Vance. And he's dispossessed by the captain, Jamal Simmons, who recovers quite well. Alvarado plays it long and out of bounds. Alvarez. Here's a ball through for Corey Phillips. Looks like he's going to get to this one. Dropping it out of vonEgypt. vonEgypt to the back post. Creswick heads it in the middle unselfishly to Anasta, and it's a goal! Goal, Stockade FC. That was a pretty one. Mattel Anasta finishes it with a left-footed volley into the top corner.
That was a fantastic team goal. I loved everything about that.
All right, they played it up the right side. Corey Phillips wisely laid it back. Cross came into Michael Creswick. Creswick very unselfishly heads it into the middle. It bounces, and Anasta
Stockade
turns
goal.
and volleys into the top corner.
Number
as I
24.
said. So Creswick
Mattel,
doesn't get the hat trick, but it gets a
Anasta.
really nice assist. And now it is no longer the most dangerous lead in soccer.
No, much safer lead.
The frustration I think you see there as New York Athletic Club tries to shoot off the kickoff. Very low percentage play there. Unless you see the goalkeeper is not paying attention or well out of position, there's not a lot of chance of scoring from midfield. But you can shoot from the center circle. That rule changed maybe 10 years ago. Used to be you had to pass it. But the kickoff after a goal or at the start of a half is now a direct kick.
Well, what do you think about the substitution of the goalie, Skonechny? I would have thought they would need to sub as many field players as they can. Did he get an injury that we missed?
I don't think so. I mean, we could see. I don't see if he's getting treatment or if he's just there on the bench. Certainly wasn't a play where he was down. There was no delay in play for him. So it could be just that they're trying to getting some minutes. And, you know, it can be very important for all these players to have game experience. This being early in the season and obviously Stockade FC seeming in control of the match. Maybe they wanted to give Giddings some minutes in a game that they felt they were in a good position.
I'd love to know what George Visveri is thinking about that. Given that he is a local soccer genius.
It's true.
Maybe we'll be able to talk to him after the game.
Yeah, we'll have to look for that post-game interview with head coach George Visvari. He's got to be happy now, though. Up 3 goals. Less than 30 minutes left in the game, about 25.
And his team is looking really cohesive. I mean, they look like a unit.
They really do. For a team that's only formed just a couple weeks ago.
I think they only had tryouts, what, a month ago?
I think the tryouts dated back to late February, early March, but still, that's not a lot of time to build some cohesion and understanding, a system. Now you see they're knocking the ball around very nicely. Kozel's really like the, he's the center of the wheel. He's like
the glue.
Yeah, he's the glue. Long ball over the top. Giddings will handle it easily. He takes his time. And he forces Cabrera to do a little chasing. That's something else we may see. Again, because it's such a hot day, you could see Stockade FC here doing what sometimes is called taking the air out of the ball. vonEgypt gets hit again. And it was a little retaliation, it looked like. vonEgypt is down holding his head. He collided with Chris Sutherland as both went for the header. vonEgypt is still down holding the top of his head.
That looked like an elbow to the head to me.
The referee's looking to give a yellow card now to Chris Sutherland. The one thing I'll say, though, is vonEgypt a little bit fortunate there not to pick up a yellow card himself. As he was lying
Yellow
on the
card.
ground, it sure looked like he kicked out.
Number
at
5,
Sutherland.
Christopher Sutherland of New York Athletic Club.
Everybody's making sure to get water during this short break.
Yep. We'll get another break at the 25-minute mark of the half. Matt Kozel will take the free kick for Stockade FC. He chips it forward on the near side, looking for vonEgypt. Oh, he almost controlled that. Had he done so, he would have had a clear shot at goal.
That was a great kick from Kozel. It was exactly the right pace.
Yep, slowed down for him. Bounced a little high, but good to see that vonEgypt is back and appearingly no worse for the wear after that collision. vonEgypt and Alvarez heading the ball. And now Critchlow sends it forward to Cabrera. He's able to settle for Alvarado. Alvarado switching the point of attack out to the right side. And again, Anasta breaking it up. Leaving for Kozel. Now Alvarez. Alvarez, his pass is a little too soft. Intercepted by Jake Mann for New York Athletic Club. Marchetti looking. It's defended well by Kozel. Vaughn takes over. Vance takes over, sorry. Here's Cabrera with room. Cabrera! He lines a shot out off the outside of the goal there. And it must have been deflected either by the defender or maybe it was tipped out by goalkeeper Dave Giddings. Quick corner. Here comes New York Athletic Club. Crossing it in. Here's Cabrera. Back heel flick. And Mwangati found the ball stuck under his foot and wisely let it go for goalkeeper Dave Giddings. Another Giddings punt going awry here. He's going to have to work on that.
Maybe that's why I needed a few play minutes here.
Yep. Javon Vance plays it through, looking for Marchetti. He did not agree with the offside call. And now we're going to take the referee signals. We're going to take a water break.
Referee has indicated we will take a short water break in the 70th minute. Play will resume shortly.
Once again, on these hot days,
Players are taking another water break. Just a reminder, our attendance
It is
right now, 843. Fantastic.
on these hot days, it's mandated by the league that the water breaks happen at the 25-minute mark of each half. You'll see that in the college game as well. Even occasionally at the professional level, they will take a break when it's really hot. And today certainly qualifies as really hot.
It's important, Will, because we want to see an exciting game, but we don't want to see anyone burst into flames, which, you know, the turf gets pretty hot. There's some risk.
Especially in the black uniforms that Stockade FC is wearing today. They look sharp,
They look great.
but I got to think they absorb a bit of heat.
I think team owner Dennis Crowley may be regretting that choice.
That's Dragon Search, Foursquare, Trailways, Radio Woodstock, Bread Alone, and Swarm. Thank you, sponsors.
Well, after the game, if you're at home, you weren't able to make it out, after the game, please feel free to join us at Keegan Ales, where a whole bunch of fans, and probably ourselves, will hang out and tell tales of the game, which we hope will wrap up in a victory here for Stockade FC with with a 3-0 lead and about 20 minutes to play, it's likely. So the regular season here for Stockade FC is only 12 games. So you have 5 more chances to see them at home. I mentioned a couple times next Sunday, June 5th at 5 p.m., Boston City FC will be here at Dietz Stadium. And then the remaining games are Saturday, June 18th at 2 p.m. against the defending champion New York Cosmos B. June 25th at 2 p.m. against Seacoast United Phantoms. June 26th, Sunday, against the Brooklyn Italians. And then the final home game of the season will be July 3rd. That's a Sunday before the holiday, 4 p.m. against Seacoast United Mariners.
Well, everybody's hydrated. Nobody's on fire at the moment. Can I get this started?
Giddings plays it up the field. Phillips challenging it, 2 defenders there for it. And he won the flick on. That ball.
And it knocks the hat off a man in the crowd.
It didn't knock his head off. His
No,
hat?
his hat.
Not his head.
Not his head. His
No one
hat's
lost
fine.
their head. Ooh, nice
Sunglasses
flick
too.
by Alvarez as he tries to get through. Sutherland takes it over. Marchetti lays it back. Now into the center for Gualano. Critchlow laying it back again. I mean, New York Athletic Club really needs to get forward here. They need some chances at goal. But that long ball is just too far.
I see Marchetti trying to signal to his players, pass the ball to us, not way, way past us. I don't think any of the players intend to run full speed down the field to get a hopeless pass.
So we're hearing from one of our online viewers that Creswick actually did score in the season opener against Greater Lowell United. So that gives him 4 on the season. If correct, that would mean Creswick has 4 on the season.
Number 22, Matt Dom. Coming on for number 10, Nick vonEgypt.
Matt Dom coming in now. You may have heard that announcement. Matt Dom coming on. Nick vonEgypt getting a nice applause from the fans. Really good shift from him. About 72 minutes. vonEgypt with a nice engine on him. vonEgypt really gets up and down the field. Covers a lot of ground even on a hot day like this. And now we'll see Matt Dom come in. Matt Dom scored the only goal in that first home match in club history against Rhode Island Reds back on May 21st.
I guess we'll see if he's hungry for more. Still got a lot of time left.
Yeah, Dom has moved up front with Corey Phillips, and we've seen now Michael Creswick drop back in what looks like more of a midfield position. Free kick is wasted by New York Athletic Club. Also set to come on, Johnny Aposi. Juan Gotti, I thought, had a great game. Definitely set up the first goal, I think, wasn't it? Or was it the second goal? The second goal was it was his ball in that Jamal Liss-Simmons challenged the goalkeeper for before the second goal that Michael Creswick scored. And I just thought Gotti was a real outlet all day long, up the left side, great crosses. Also did very well defensively.
I thought he was really good on the sideline, using the side to his advantage, almost like Graham Zuzi.
The superpower of keeping the ball in bounds. that we always notice with Graham Zuzi of Sporting Kansas City and the U.S. national team. Here comes Alvarez breaking out of the back, realizes he doesn't have enough help in front of him, so he steps on the ball and waits for that help. Now he's going to switch it, looking for Anasta.
Great run from Anasta.
There's Anasta getting away from one defender, trying to slide it through. It's picked off. Here's Jake Mann. And Javon Vance turns. Here's Cabrera running down the left side. Oh, we have a pass back to the goalie. Phil Barrett was chasing down that long ball. It's going to be an indirect free kick here for New York Athletic Club from a very dangerous spot. What's interesting about these, though, is that you'll see all 11 players for Stockade FC get back and behind the ball. They'll have a big wall. We'll see how Giddings sets it up. He may even have players on his post. They might even not worry about an offside trap from this close distance. Ball's only about 7 yards out. So Alvarado is on the ball for New York, along with Javon Vance and Robert Cabrera. Robert Cabrera taking a long run up. And again, there's at least 6 guys in the wall. Jamal Simmons looks like he's ready to charge it, like a sprinter. See Jamal Simmons. Ooh, big hard shot. Giddings made the save through traffic, along with Anasta. I think Anasta got a piece of that as well. Mattel Anasta and Dave Giddings both blocking that hard shot from Robert Cabrera.
Yeah, that's got to be really demoralizing for
We've got a bad foul now on Michael Creswick. Jake Mann is very upset about it. That was a hard tackle. Did not get any of the ball. Creswick will get at least a yellow here from the official. I believe Chris Sutherland, number 5, is the New York Athletic Club player on the ground. The referee is now speaking with Creswick. And it will be a yellow card. I think that's the right call. Creswick picks up the yellow.
Yellow card, number 9, Michael Creswick.
And there are some boos from the crowd. They're not happy about this call. Yeah, that was some great defense from Stockade FC on that very dangerous kick in the box. And Giddings handled it very well for what I understand is his first game.
Maybe his debut for the club in league play here today.
And again, if we're wrong on that, please let us know in the comments.
New York Athletic Club substitution, number 14, Kimani Evans, coming on for number 5, Christopher Sutherland.
Kimani Evans coming on for Chris Sutherland, the man who was just fouled.
Stockade substitution, number 26, Daniel Cortez, coming on for number 9, Michael Creswick.
Michael Creswick getting subbed out to a big ovation. Coach is talking to him.
What a fantastic game from Creswick.
Yeah, except for that last foul.
Wow.
Earned him a yellow card and maybe earned him that substitution. Oh, David Giddings having to track back. He deflects it off the bar, and now they're calling for a corner kick. Really good save there from Giddings. As that ball curled in, floated down, it may have been on goal, and he deflected it out for a corner. Here comes a short corner to near post. Again, Giddings has to make the save as Cabrera let it go. This is the most sustained pressure we've seen from New York Athletic Club all day.
Maybe they realize they don't have to play for much longer. They better leave it all out there.
Only about 12 minutes left here. Man to Javon Vance. He wheels and deals. He gets it through. Giddings comes off his line to make a great save on Stephen Gualano. Jamal Simmons recovers behind the goalkeeper. Boy, Dave Giddings getting a lot more work here than maybe he bargained for or anticipated. Mattel, Anasta moving around a defender on the right side. But his pass just off the mark, looking for Corey Phillips. Anasta wins it back again. Here's Kozel. Daniel Cortez going down the left side. Trying to keep this ball in. Nice move. But it's taken over by New York Athletic Club. And Daniel Alvarado switches it now to Javon Vance, who's still got legs. Here's Cabrera flicking it through. Again, Giddings off his line, punches it away. Here comes Kamani Evans. Gives it to Cabrera. Cabrera sprays it out wide. Gualano trying to cut around the defender there. Keeps it in bounds. Ioposi. Marchetti drops it back to Alvarado. And the steal is made by Cortez. Here's Dom, Matt Dom. He finds Anasta. Mattel Anasta now. He's going to slow it down. Kozel up to Matt Dom. Lays it back for Patrick Alvarez. It's a great rhythm from the Pook here. I think they smell a victory.
We're still seeing some signs of life, though, Will, from New York Athletic Club. A lot of pressure.
Yep. They earned a foul there at midfield.
We've had some gutsy goalkeeping from Giddings.
Boy, Dave Giddings really stepping up here. Boy, Javon Vance, he is a really, really fit player. He played 90 minutes last night. He's still running through. Now across from a low angle there.
Oh!
What'd you see?
I believe Anasta got a boot to the face.
And he just jogs calmly back upfield.
He's shaking it off.
It was Kamani Evans who got the low cross in, and then when he came back out, because he took a wild swing at it, didn't really get the ball. Evans wins the header, but the throw-in goes to Stockade FC. Oh, here's a turnover. Here's Corey Phillips. He's in alone. He's trying to dribble the keeper. He hits it right into the keeper, who appears to be hurt. That's Jake Wagmeister. Boy, Corey Phillips just stripped it right off of the center back, and now they're calling for the trainer. The players really want the trainer there as quickly as possible. I think we all have to be a little concerned here for Jake Wagmeister. Corey Phillips came bearing down on him, tried to make a move and go around him. I don't know if maybe I didn't really see the contact. Wagmeister in a lot of pain here. Trainer appears to be looking at his left leg. You know, the way he went down was very awkward. I wonder if maybe he hurt himself as he set to try to block the shot.
Yeah, he really sacrificed his body on that play and made the save.
So while the goalkeeper, Jake Wagmeister, continues to get some medical treatment, we want to once again thank our sponsors here at Stockade FC. That would be Dragon Search, Foursquare, Trailways, Radio Woodstock 100.1, Great New Rock, Bread Alone Bakery, and Swarm. That's the app that you should download if you want to turn every day into a game. Wagmeister's on his feet now, but it looks like he's going to be helped off. We may see one more substitution for New York Athletic Club. This will be Marco Luna, the backup goalkeeper for New York Athletic Club, will come on. Yeah,
Looks
he's
like
putting
his left knee.
Yeah, no weight going on that left leg, unfortunately, for Wagmeister. Hate to see that. He did make the save. You know, that's going to be small consolation for him in a 3-0 loss. But with Corey Phillips having lots of time and space in a one-on-one situation, Wagmeister managed to get his body in the way of that dribble run, but apparently hurt himself in the play.
I would have liked to see something, maybe a better decision from Corey Phillips on that play. But it's really hard when a goalie's charging out at you and you have to make a decision. Are you going to go at him? Are you going to try and go around, chip him? And sometimes you just collide.
Yeah, certainly nothing malicious from Phillips, and I didn't see anybody asking for a foul there. Luna is just getting warmed up here. I think we're going to wait till he's had a chance to feel the ball a little bit, and then he'll come on as a substitute in goal. Here he comes, Marco Luna.
New York Athletic Club substitution.
So we may have some stoppage time
Marco
here as
Luna
a couple players
coming
going down
on
with
for
injury.
Number 29, Jake Wagmeister.
Got about 5 minutes left in the original 45, but again, we may see up to 4 or 5 minutes of stoppage time. And here we see Stockade FC taking the drop ball, knocking it back to New York Athletic Club. Kind of sportsmanlike. However, not sure what happened here. Marco Luna, who just came on, is going to get a yellow card.
That has to be some kind of record.
He was not on for more than 30 seconds before he got a yellow card.
I don't think he even touched the ball in play.
Marco Luna.
Yeah, no, I don't really know what that was about. Now they'll play it forward.
Well, viewers at home, if you understand what that yellow card was about, please let us know in the comments.
Oh, flag is up. Matt Dom's shot goes into the net, but it won't count. Matt Dom thanking the passer of the ball. I believe it was Patrick Alvarez, but he was offside, no goal. Here goes a long ball up, looking for Jake Mann on the left side. Tom Steigerwald, very steady. Good move by Mann. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Boy, Mann made a nice turn. Couldn't quite keep it in bounds. Now it'll be a goal kick for Dave Giddings.
Well, there's still several minutes left in the game, but the kids are already getting lined up at the fence for autographs.
Yeah, it was great. They gave out a team photo on a piece of nice piece of cardboard or
glossy photos.
Yes, glossy photo of the team. Oh, here's Matt Dom again down the right wing. He's got time and space. Centers it. Great pass. Patrick Alvarez just puts it over the bar. What a great pass by Matt Dom to pick out Patrick Alvarez, the trailing man. It was almost 4-0 there. Yeah, you can see that Stockade FC
Stockade
definitely
substitution.
cares
Number
about its
3,
fans, pays attention to
Tyler
them.
Vona. Coming on for number 24, Mattel Anasta.
Mattel Anasta getting another nice round of applause. Great day for him. Beautiful goal, the third one today. And really, just a thorn in the side of New York Athletic Club all day long with his ability to dribble out of tight spaces and recover the ball. Mattel Anasta, he's replaced by Tyler Vona, number 3. Lots of different players getting minutes here today for Stockade FC. With the conditions, it's not surprising. And this could pay dividends down the road, too. You know, guys like Daniel Cortez and Tyler Vona, maybe depth players at this point in the season, but the more minutes they get now, the more ready they will be when called upon later in the season.
Stockade substitution. Number 16, Joey Dolan. Coming on for number 8, Matt Kozel.
And as we see another substitution, we see it's as much as anything to give each of these guys their due. Matt Kozel, like I said, for me, he might be the man of the match, in my opinion, even though obviously Michael Creswick got 2 goals. Kozel was just dominant in the holding midfield spot, winning balls in the air, on the ground, always distributing in a very responsible manner to his teammates. That's what allowed Stockade FC to have so much control over this match from the very beginning.
Yeah, I agree, Will. I think he was really like the Michael Bradley of this team, keeping things organized.
Here comes across the far post.
Oh.
It's just beyond Alvarez.
Kozel knew how to slow things down when that's what was needed, or keep it moving up the field. He just, he was terrific and really the quarterback.
Yeah. We love using analogies from other sports.
Well, just so y'all know at home, I'm not unbiased. I am a Red Bulls fan, New York Red Bulls. And, you know, sometimes you win by a touchdown. Sometimes you even get the extra point. Now I'm just trolling y'all.
Now, there could be plenty of New York City FC fans out there.
I understand, and I love y'all too. But, you know, sometimes you win by 7.
Well, today the home team's winning by 3, and a nice bicycle kick clearance there by Tom Steigerwald. Johnny Aposi also clearing it out over his head. Here's Daniel Cortez turning, finding Dom. Dom back to Cortez. It's a little behind him, but he deals with that. He's over to Joe Dolan. He's stripped of the ball. Here comes Joe Mann. Now Kamani Evans on the left wing. Back for Robert Cabrera. He and Alvarado exchange passes. Alvarado gonna look to the far post. Marchetti is there. He lays it back. Side volley attempt from Justin Critchlow, but it's off target. Decent build-up there from New York Athletic Club. I've been told there are 4 minutes of stoppage time. We're probably already past the first minute there, so probably about 3 minutes left before this game is final.
You know, I wasn't sure what to expect today. This is my first NPSL game, and I'm really impressed with the technical abilities of the players. I think there's a lot to build on here. Great teamwork from Stockade FC.
Definitely. Now we see Alvarez putting it over the top to Dom. Dom lays it back for Cortez. Cortez chips it in. Iaposi was all the way up there. Johnny Iaposi making a long run forward. And Marco Luna's attempt to get the counter going, a little off target. Yeah, I think you're right, Andrea. I was definitely impressed by the level of play here today. I know that the conditions, the heat, and the game last night, I think for New York Athletic Club probably affected their athleticism and their skill a little bit. But But overall, we saw some good soccer and a couple really nice goals from Stockade FC.
And also a very impressive performance by the fans today.
Yeah, really impressive. Yaposi trying to win it there. Oops. Sorry, that was Dolan. Nice dribble run by Evans. Opens up some space for Marchetti. But Daniel Cortez making a nice steal. Alvarado looking for some space to shoot. This shot is partially blocked. It's not cleared yet. 4 players coming together. Nobody seems to be able to get control of it. Javon Vance fighting his way through.
I think now would be a great time to just blow the whistle.
Maybe. Javon Vance taking exception to that foul, but really players on both teams were just battling for the ball.
Yeah, that wasn't the most attractive play of the game.
Looks like Giddings is going to get tested one more time. He's setting his wall. 6 men in the wall, maybe. This is almost an ideal location. For most shooters, this is the distance that you want. It's just outside of the 18-yard box there.
Who do you think is going to take it?
It looks like Robert Cabrera to me. Marchetti's now stepping off. There it is. It's off the outside of the right post. Cabrera going for the touch shot. But that's it. The final whistle follows, and we have a win for the home side. Stockade FC 3, New York Athletic Club 0. What a great match for the home team. 3 in a row at home. They moved to 3-1 on the season. And depending on results, they might even move into a tie for second place with the Brooklyn Italians.
This was a great game, and we saw history made. I think this was the first game where one player scored 2 goals.
That's right.
In club history.
Michael Creswick now the all-time leading scorer for Stockade FC with 4 goals. And the fans are just
2
delighted
goals
here.
by Michael Creswick and 1 goal by Mattel Anasta.
Again, a total team effort. I know that obviously Creswick is going to get a lot of attention for those goals, but the way that they neutralized New York Athletic Club in the first half was really impressive. They came out with a mindset to press high, press often all over the field. They won a lot of possession and went at them. They got their 2 goals. Then they let their foot off the pedal a little bit, but not in a bad way. They really just controlled the match from a little further back. And you know, I'm just
really good tactics from Stockade FC.
Yeah, clearly, head coach George Visvari had his team well prepared for this game. They seemed to know where the threats were going to come from. They knew where each other were. The captain, Jamal Liz Simmons, again, dominant in the air, creating one of the goals, challenging the goalkeeper.
I think I'm ready to declare my favorite player,
Ooh, who's that?
at least right now. I mean, this could change over the course of the season, but I really liked Mattel Anasta. I liked his chutzpah. He has a lot of moves. I think he's going to develop into an even better player as the season goes on. I like a player with some creativity, some spark. He seemed to play with a lot of joy, and of course he had a goal.
That's right, he did. He had maybe the best highlight goal of the night. A real team goal, but he had the volley that went to the upper corner, and you're right, his dribbling ability was really exciting to watch. Something I encourage all the kids in the local community who play, come out and watch this guy. He's got some great moves. The team is now huddled together, getting a little post-game talk, hands in. Stockade, and here's the applause to the fans. What a great day, what a great win. We want to thank you all for watching here on the live stream on YouTube of Stockade FC. Join us again next Sunday, June 5th at 5 p.m. for the game against Boston City FC. We hope to live stream that game again if you can't make it here to Dietz Stadium in Uptown Kingston. So I'm Will Coons. Want to thank you again for joining us.
I'm Andrea Kahn.
And it's been a delight to broadcast this game, and we hope to be back in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you.